Good morning, students. So welcome back to the class. In the last class we discussed regarding scientific notation. Scientific notation, that means a standardized method of expressing or writing any number. A standardized method which is accepted universally. So universe रे समस्ते गोटिए मेथड जो नंबर टाको एक्सप्रेस करिया फॉर्मूला टाको हम कहू, that is called scientific notation. So I am giving you some assignments to express or to convert some numbers in terms of scientific expression. So most of you have solved it and sent it to me, but some of you have added किसी जगह रे भूल कर देइछो. So let us solve those assignments first, then we will proceed to today's chapter, that is strength of solution, the various ways in which the concentration of solution is expressed. Okay, so first assignments. So assignment of the last class. Okay, so what are the question? Now express the following numbers. Question was express the following numbers in scientific notation. So these are the question, various bits. A 2 6 7 5 2 6 7 5, then 5 zeros 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, then B 6 5 6 5 9 zeros 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Then C 1000 D 0.00004 2 5. Then E 0.000, then again 4 0 0 0 0 0 3 7 8 7 6 3 8 7 6 3. Okay, so these are the assignment given to you in the last class, and as I told, many of you have solved it and sent it to me. So let me solve it quickly for you. Okay, so coming to first one. So what is the key? Now we have to express the number in which form? The A into 10 to the power B. This is the key. So we have to express any number in the form of A into 10 to the power B. So A will be a number between 1 to 9.99. It will not be 10. And B is a positive or negative integer. B can have any value. We can have positive value for this and negative value for this. Okay. So what is the formula? Now you have to just place one value before the decimal. So the decimal point will be here. So how many values we are moving? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are moving 8 values to the left. To the left means it will be positive. So 2.675 into the number of places we have moved. How many places we have moved? 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2.675 into 10 power 8. Similarly here we have to place the decimal here. Just one place will be there before the decimal. Okay. So how many values are moving? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are moving 10 values towards the left. That means it will appear as positive 1. So 6.5 into 10 to the power 10. 6.5 into 10 to the power 10. Then similarly here we have to place the value here. So how many places we are moving? 1, 2, 3. So it will be 1.0 into 10 to the power 3. 1.0 into 10 to the power 3. Now, when we are moving towards the left, the power is expressed in the form of positive integer. Okay. When we are moving to the right, the power will be in the negative form. So here, the decimal has to be moved to this place. Okay. So the decimal will be moved from this one to this one. So how many places we are moving? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what will be the value? Now 4.25 into number of places we are moving towards the right. How many places we are moving? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 10 to the power minus 6. Okay. Similarly here, the decimal has to be here. Decimal point has to be here. So how many places we are moving? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it will be 8.763 into 10 to the power. How many places we have moved? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So into 10 to the power minus 8. So these are the answers of the assignment given to you in the last class, and most of you have solved it correctly. So thank you very much. Some of you have added here. You have added positive. So what is the key? Now when we are moving towards right side, then what happens? Now the power will appear in the form of negative 1. When the decimal is moved towards left side, the power will be appearing in the form of positive integer. Okay. So these are the solution of the assignment given to you in the next class. Next, we will discuss the chapter which you are going to start today, that is solutions. Okay. So students, as I told you, next we will be discussing solution and concentration of a solution. So first let us know what is solution. So first listen carefully an example of solution. Suppose we will take a 10 gram or let us say 1 teaspoonful of salt and add it to 100 milliliter of water, 1 glass of water. You will stir it perfectly, so that will make a solution. So what is the speciality of solution? So after stirring the salt in the glass of water, can you distinguish between salt and water? No. There is no methodology, no means, no surface of separation to distinguish between the components. What are the components? Now we have added salt to water, so the components are salt and water. Together they have made a homogeneous solution, homogeneous mixture, that is called solution. So we cannot distinguish between the constituents by any means. There is no surface of separation. They cannot be separated by gravitation, by filtration. So they can only be separated by special methods like heating, that is evaporation, crystallization, etc. Okay. So that is a solution. So how to define a solution? Now a homogeneous means uniformly mixed. That is called homogeneous. A homogeneous mixture of 2 or more components, is known as a solution. So it is a homogeneous mixture of 2 or more components. So I have given you example. What we did? Now we added salt to water so that the solution is formed. So in order to form the solution, what we did? Now we added salt to water. Okay. So there are 3 parts of a solution, including solution. So this is salt water is the solution. The salt water becomes the solution where the salt is completely dissolved in water, and these two are 2 components, that is This is called solute. This is called solvent. And solute plus solvent, solute plus solvent gives you the solution. So that is the basics of solution. So any homogeneous mixture which cannot be distinguished, so because it is thoroughly mixed, completely mixed isn't it? So there is no surface of separation between them, is called a solution. So it may contain two or more components in it. So what is the basis? Now when a solute is dissolved in solvent, then it forms a solution. So what is a solute? Now which is dissolved completely in the solvent is called solute. So what is a solvent? Now which dissolves the solute completely to form the solution is a solvent. So in this case water is the solvent and salt is the solute. So another formula is there. So whatever component is present in lesser quantity or lesser concentration is the solute. जोटा कम परिमाण में प्रेजेंट अच्छी that is always the solute. जोटा बेसी अच्छी that is always the solvent. So it is present in higher concentration or higher quantity. So what is there? Now solute is dissolved by the solvent which is present in higher concentration, by the solvent to form a solution. Okay. Then there is a limit. Suppose I will tell you keep on adding salt to 1 glass of water. So there is a limit to it. How much amount of salt can be added to a given quantity of water? Let us say 100 gram of water. So let us say if 25 gram of salt can be added to 1 glass of water, that is 100 gram of water, then 25 is the solubility. So there is a limit to which or extent to which the solute can be dissolved in a solvent. That is called the solubility. Solubility is the limit to which a solute can be dissolved in a solvent. So it is the mass in grams of a solute which can be dissolved in 100 grams of the solvent. That is called solubility. So this chapter will be again discussed in details in your second year. So these are the basics. I will be teaching you the basics only in the first year. So you have to remember them because everywhere it will be used and it will be completely applicable in your second year. Okay. So this is a solution, and I have told you what is the definition of a solution, what is solute, what is solvent, and how a solution is prepared. So what are the characteristics of solution? Now we cannot there is no distinguishing surface between the constituent or the components. We cannot distinguish them completely. Okay. Then we cannot separate them by simple methods like filtration, gravity separation. We cannot separate the components. Man karo gote salt water ta ko nei ki tome filter kalo. So can you separate salt and water again? No. So how can you separate? Now by complete evaporation ta ko phutei completely when water will be the solvent, that is water will be evaporated, the solute will be left in the beaker. Okay. So specific methods, that is crystallization, evaporation, etc. can be used to separate the constituents. So these are the characteristics of a solution. Then the different amounts of solute and solvent which are present in a solution is called its concentration. Okay. So the different amounts of solute and solvent present in a solution is known as its concentration. And there are various ways, various means to express the concentration of solution. So it can be percentage can be weight by weight, weight by volume, then volume by volume, then there is mole fraction, then there is molarity, normality, molality, formality. So then there is parts per million. So there are various ways in which we can express the concentration of a solution. That is called strength of a solution. So the quantity in which the solute and solvent are present in a solution is known as its concentration. So next we will be discussing various ways or various means to express the concentration of solution. Okay. So next we'll discuss methods of expressing concentration of solution. So as I told you, the concentration, that means the relative amount or quantity of solute and solvents in a solution, can be expressed in various ways. So the relative amount of solute and solvent present in the solution is called concentration of the solution. Okay, or strength of solution. So there are various ways. What are they? Now percent by mass or mass percentage, that is called W by W, that means mass by mass. Then percent by volume, that is V by V, volume by volume. Then percent mass by volume, that means mass by volume. W for mass, V for volume. So there are three ways in which we can express the percentage composition. So either by weight by weight, that is mass by mass, then weight by volume, that is mass by volume, then volume by volume, V by V. Then there are other ways, parts per million. You know million means 10 power 6. So the number of parts present per million parts is called parts per million. We will be discussing these things in details. Then solution concentration is generally expressed in gram per liter. So we will also include that one, because normally in laboratories we used to express the concentration of solution in terms of grams per liter. So that is also one of the methods of expressing the concentration. Then mole fraction, then molarity, then molality. So there is a very negligible difference between them. Molarity, molality. Then normality and formality. So these are the various means or ways in which the concentration of solution is expressed or can be expressed. So we will start with the first one, that is percent by mass or mass percentage. Percent by mass or mass percentage. So let us know what is that. Is equal to mass of the solute divided by mass of the solution. Percent means every time it will be multiplied with 100. So what is the formula to calculate percent by mass or mass percentage? The mass of the solute, and divided by mass of the solution into 100. Or what is mass of solution? You can write mass of the solute divided by mass. Solution contains two components, that is solute and solvent. So mass of the solution means it is mass of the solute plus mass of the solvent. So these two combinedly, they give you mass of the solution into 100. Okay. Suppose we take 20% solution of glucose. Correct? Now weight by weight. Okay. So what will be there? Now there will be 20 gram of solute, that is glucose. Glucose is the solute. Formula of glucose C6H12O6. 20 gram of glucose present in 100 gram of solution. So this is the basis. So how to define percent by mass or mass percentage? Now it is the mass of solute in grams present per 100 gram of the solution. So we can redefine this one like this. It is the mass of solute in grams present per 100 gram of solution. So this is the definition of what? Now mass percentage, the mass of solute in grams present for 100 gram of solution. So 20% solution of glucose means we have to follow 20 gram of glucose is present for 100 gram of solution. Okay. Solution means it is solute plus solvent. So what is the solvent here? Now glucose will be added to water. So the solvent is water. So what is solute here? Glucose. So what will be the mass of water then? The total mass, that means mass of solute plus mass of solvent is equal to 100 gram, which is the mass of the solution. Total mass, that is mass of solution is mass of solute plus mass of solvent, which is 100 gram. What is mass of solute? Now 20 gram. So 20 gram plus mass of solvent. What is solvent here? Now water, H2O, is equal to 100 gram. That means what is mass of solvent? Mass of solvent, that is water, will be 100 minus 20 gram, that is 80 gram. That means, follow it clearly, when we prepare 20% solution of glucose, weight by weight or mass by mass, because we are going for mass percentage, then what we need to do? Now we have to add 20 gram of glucose to 80 gram of water. Glucose is the solute and water is the solvent. Together they will make you, they will give the solution. So we have to add 20 gram of glucose, that is the solute, to 80 gram of solvent, that is water, so that 20% solution of glucose is formed. Okay. So here is an assignment for you, how to prepare %, W by W solution of salt, that is sodium chloride. Question 1 for you. Suppose you want to prepare 10% solution of sodium chloride. So how much amount or what are the quantities of, here the solute will be sodium chloride, salt, and solvent will be obviously water. So what are the amounts or mass of sodium chloride and water to be taken so that the solution becomes 10% mass percent, that is weight by weight percentage of solution. Okay. So next we will be discussing the number 2, that is W by V. So students, next two methods of concentration expression is percent by volume. We have discussed W by W percent, that is mass by mass. So next obviously will be volume by volume and mass by volume. So next one is percent by volume, V by V percentage. So it is volume of the solute in milliliter divided by volume of the solution in milliliter into 100. That is, it is defined as the volume of solute in milliliter present in 100 milliliter of the solution. Okay, how much milliliter of the solute is present for 100 milliliter of the solution, that will give you percent by volume, that is V by V percent. Okay, suppose the question 2 is here. Question 2, what is the volume? What is the volume? What is the volume of sulfuric acid to be dissolved in water to make a 10% V by V, volume by volume solution of 100 milliliter. This is the question 2 for you. What is the volume of sulfuric acid to be dissolved? Sulfuric acid will be the solute here because it is taken in lesser quantity. Dissolved in water. Water is the solvent here to make a 10% volume by volume percent solution of 100 milliliter. So we have to prepare 100 milliliter solution of sulfuric acid. So what should be the volume of sulfuric acid and what should be the volume of water? Sulfuric acid is the solute, water is the solvent here. So you have to calculate the volumes. Okay. Next method is percent mass by volume. That is mass by volume percentage. So it is the mass of the solute in grams divided by volume of the solution in milliliter into 100. Percent means per 100. So every time 100 will be definitely multiplied. So mass of the solute in gram divided by volume of the solution in milliliter. That is the mass of the solute in grams present per 100 milliliter of solution. Okay. So question 3 is here. What is the mass of sodium chloride in grams to be dissolved in water to make 10% weight by volume solution of 100 milliliter. Okay. So how much sodium chloride? Sodium chloride is solute here is to be dissolved in water to make it a 10% W by V. That means mass by volume percentage solution of 100 milliliter. So we have to prepare 100 milliliter solution of sodium chloride. So what should be the mass of sodium chloride in grams to be dissolved or 100 milliliter of the solution. So that the solution becomes 10% W by V. Okay students. So these are various percentage methods to express the concentration. In the next class we will be discussing the remaining methods: parts per million, grams per liter, then mole fraction, molality, then formality. So these are the remaining portions, and every time I will be giving you one assignment along with the definition. So you solve it so that it will be more clear to you. Okay. So students, the video is becoming very lengthy. So this is for today. Thank you very much.